Hangout, a show that is to bring you everything that has to do with edutainment and also bringing you different guests that are going to give you everything that you need to know about different careers and also different fields of life. So basically today, unfortunately, I am all by myself, but that does not mean that the show does not go on, because today, as I've said before, we still have a beautiful show lined up for you. But again, elam igama, it is uzinhle Nqeza. I mean, intombi yabango, we're here to give you and serve you guys a beautiful show ahead. So please make sure that you guys are tuning in onto the Hangout, or rather, if you're here, make sure that you tell your neighbors, tell your friends to join in, because your baby's here, man. And make sure that you guys are communicating with us on all social media platforms at Mpumakapa TV, and also make sure that you are going to be using our new WhatsApp line. I mean, the show is growing, right? And because you guys know that I love talking. Let us get onto the show, because today I have a beautiful one, man. I have a beautiful one. And I also don't want to mess it up by giving you guys as to who to expect and what to expect. So I want you guys to be surprised. And also remember that you guys can, when you're engaging with us, we still have songs, 3 songs that you guys can vote for, and make sure that your number 1 song is going to be played on Friday's episode, and also with the question that we have onto our social media platforms right about now. Please make sure that you guys are engaging to that as well. But as I've said earlier on, I want us to get onto the show already. Otherwise, let's go to the show. Okay, meaning that now we are starting off the show. We're starting it off with 2 beautiful ladies who are going to be talking to us and also giving us a lowdown as to the industry that they are in. And I'm talking about 2 lovely ladies who are basically infiltrating a male-dominant industries, and those ladies are coming from
Olifantsfontein Artisans Academy.
So as you guys had, and I'm also going to give them the platform so that they can introduce themselves and also tell our viewers at home as to who they are and where exactly are they coming from. Hello ladies, welcome to the Hangout.
Thank you. Hi, my name is Shona Stassen. I'm from Olifantsfontein Artisans Academy, Port Elizabeth, and we also have a branch in Olifantsfontein, Gauteng. I'm the manager and the center manager of the trade center.
Thank you, Malia.
Hi guys, I'm Yologas Ndamase. I'm a trainer in Olifantsfontein Artisan Academy, but I also qualified in Olifantsfontein Artisan Academy.
And also, can you please tell our viewers at home, what is it that you guys are doing exactly at Olifant? Because it seems like you guys cover mainstreams of careers, not just one.
So basically what we do at Olifantsfontein Artisans Academy is we have many courses like electrical, plumbing, welding, but then it's for people that want to be a qualified electrician, qualified plumber, qualified welder. But for the people who don't have any work experience, we also have apprenticeships for 3 years. We've got shorter courses just for a fast recap and everything. So that's basically what we do there, and we try and get everybody in a better career for better money and a better future for yourself.
Yeah, and also, you mentioned that you were also a beneficiary of this program. So for you, what did it take for you to actually enter, and also what career are you into?
Okay, I am electrical. I did electrical engineering at school. So I did my N1 to N6 and then my national diploma. Then I went for training. Then after I done my 3 years training, then I went to Olifantsfontein in Johannesburg. Then that's where I was a trainer. I was a student. So I was hyper. So everyone was seeing me that meanwhile I'm student, I'm also training the other student. So they were observing me, but I didn't see. So they would say, okay, fine. Then after some time, after I'd done doing my training, then I'd qualified. Then they came to me and said, yeah, we have been observing you, so we want you to work for us.
So Moses, A student. You were the A student, basically.
Yeah.
And also, Shan, when it comes to wanting to be part of this beautiful work that you guys are doing, how can one get to involve themselves into it?
Okay, so basically we also have a Facebook, an Instagram, and we have a different Facebook, the one for Johannesburg, and then we have the Port Elizabeth one. We have 2 websites. It's very easy. It's www.theartisanstraining.com. And then there on, you can go and check the other PE one is also in the website, so you don't have to go and check that one out. But if you're in PE, you can go on that one. And yeah, basically we Instagram, Facebook, and then we have our website as well.
You know, guys, I'm back at you. So you being a female into such a male-dominant industry, what has been challenging for you?
Okay. To be honest, working on overhead lines, it was not easy. But I told myself that I can do it. Since everyone can do it, I saw men climbing the pole and I was like, it's going to be hard for me. But I said, no, man, I am going to do it. At first I was, it was challenging, but as time goes, I get used to it.
And also, because you guys are doing more technical work, what advice would you give a female who is full of fear as to wanting to take the first step?
So basically what I can say firstly is don't be stressed and worried that you won't be able to do the work, because it's so easy, and it's really not that. There is hard work. Any job has hard work, but it's not that you have to do all this physical work. There's so many new technologies in South Africa as well as the whole world. Don't be scared, and also don't think that you're going to be, when you want to do a plumber, you're going to be in drains all day. It's not that. Things have progressed. Technology has progressed, and it's so much easier to be in a men's field, if I can say that now, but it's much easier as a feminine to do these types of work.
And also, I just want to know, as to someone who is not coping well at school, would it be advisable for them to say that I'm leaving school and I want to join this program so that at least I can start working towards something that I know is going to accommodate me personally?
Yes, of course. We have multiple students that went out of school at grade 9, finished grade 9 basically. The thing is, so many people say you have to have grade matric.
Right.
It's not like that. You don't have to have matric anymore. Minimum requirements for trade test is grade 9 now. So when you're out of school, come and join our apprenticeship programs, and you can start right away. As soon as you're out of school, come to our college, we enroll you. And the nicest thing about the apprenticeships for people that come out of school, they get a monthly stipend every month.
Oh, and also, Milakazi, when it comes to actually being on the field and working, don't you guys get a bit of scared being electrocuted, and also maybe falling from a ladder or all that? How do you handle such?
Okay, yeah, it is, ne? Then there is a competent person who guide us, ne? So he'll be guiding us. Don't do this, use this, don't use that. So yeah.
Okay, so unfortunately we have to close off this segment, but people at home, I know you mentioned a bit of it earlier on. How can people get hold of you onto our socials so that maybe they can get to enroll as well and also get to be part of the program?
Okay, so you guys can go onto the Instagram. It's Olifantsfontein Artisans Acad. So it's not Academy, it's Acad. And then the Facebook ones is Olifantsfontein Artisans Academy for Joburg, and then Olifantsfontein Artisans Academy PE for Port Elizabeth.
You guys had that, so make sure that you guys are definitely going to check them out, and you're going to enroll yourselves and also get to be part and also follow your dream careers if you are someone who loves to do more technical and also more work around the I'd like to say that dangerous industries, because
yes, of course.
Sana working with electricities and all the others, stay away, but no, don't stay away from actually enrolling, but make sure you don't play with electricity. But from my end, what I have to do now is to go and pay bills, and when we're coming back, we are definitely going to still be hanging out right here on Pumakapa TV. And also, I want you guys to make sure that you are communicating with us. You are there on our socials, bugging us and engaging with us throughout this whole show. Otherwise, let's go and pay our bills. Sound? Is it fine? What's up? 8, 7. Okay. Beautiful friends, we've came back from an ad break. We managed to pay a bit of our bills and make sure that the TV is still on, because we want the Hangout to be playing on the screen of your choice. Because where are we? We are at Pumakapa TV, channel 260. And what's happening right now is that we have a lovely lady who is someone that has so much talent. And we were like, you know what? With the talent that she has, you guys cannot miss that out at home. So we brought her onto our screens, and also we're just going to be talking to her as well. Sissy, how are you? And welcome to the Hangout.
Hi.
She's a bit shy, but
I'm nervous.
she's doing good, so she has
I'm nervous, but I won't say that.
No?
I'm good, thanks.
You're good.
How
Okay.
are you?
I'm good. So Sis Itu,
Yes.
yeah, tonight, or rather let's say right now, this afternoon, you have two beautiful books with you. Can you please tell our viewers at home, firstly, what is it that you do, and also who you are before we come here?
I am many things, hey?
Yes.
Yo, I wear so many hats. But, okay, so just to give a brief introduction of myself, my name is Itumeleng Nevesi. I am a poet. I am an author. I am many things.
You're also doing PR
Yes.
and marketing and communication.
Yes, I just do so many things. But overall, I would say I'm an artist. Yeah.
So
but
that's the main umbrella around
yes,
your name.
that's just the main umbrella, an artist.
Okay, so firstly, I want us, before we can even get into the PR part, I first want us to talk about this because Zizo is Bambe Amesho Still Here and Trouble and Depth Sleuth. These are the two books that this lovely lady wrote. So let's get into it. Still Here. What is the story behind this book?
So there's no story behind it. There are stories behind that book. So that book is it is a compilation of 105 poems that I wrote by myself.
That is lovely.
So, that I wrote by myself. So it has different sections. The reason why I wrote this book is because, I have seen that many of us go through a lot. Many of us go through a lot. And I think for me, I wrote down the things that I was going through, but not just the things I was going through. I also walked into other people's shoes, basically, to see that, okay, for someone who has experienced grief, how does it feel for them? But I have experienced grief personally. So I wrote that down. So basically, it has about 5. Yes, it has, it has like 5 chapters. It covers grief, it covers loss, it covers mental health, and then at the end, it is just still here. So at the end, it's more like recovery, or rather, I would say healing, like when you have accepted that, okay, I have went through this, I have went through that, but I am still here. Hence the title, Still Here.
And
yes, soldiering on.
It's written A Wounded Soldier at War. Yes, so that's Bini Betuna, but also Itu, because I as well, growing up, I used to be someone who used to do write poetry. But that's a story for another day.
Okay.
So what does it take? Because for me, it took something for me to be able to write. For you, what does it take to write so much of these beautiful pieces that you have onto this book?
For me, honestly, I would lie to say that it took something. I don't think it took anything. I just think it's who I am. Like, it's just part of who I am. And like, that's just me. That's just myself. So let's write the book. Let's get it published.
Yeah. Coming to the publishing department, I also want to know for you, because when someone says that I'm going to write a book, so now we think millions. We think you must be financially stable. How did you go about when you were publishing those 2 books?
So the first one, Trouble in Deep Sleuth, is the first one.
Okay.
Yes. I published Trouble in Deep Sleuth when I was still in high school. I started writing it when I was 14, yes, and then it got published at 17. So the journey through publishing that book was not easy. Reason being that obviously when you call, like, you write, and then you would want someone to step in to assist you with getting this book to be a book like this. So I got in contact with many publishing companies, and all of them called numbers, like numbers that I have never seen, numbers that I've never even heard. So when you go back home and say, you know what, Mama, I want to publish a book, and then they're telling me about this much, I did not even do that because I knew the background. I knew that it was going to be impossible for this money to come out. So then I opted for self-publishing. I took everything in my hands, and I was like, you know what?
Oh, queen.
This is my burden, and I'm going to carry it. So I did get to publishing it. So when you do publish with a third party, or rather a publishing company, it does require some finances. I'm not too sure if there are some who wouldn't require something from you, but the ones that I have been in contact with, I know that they require money. So they require you to dig deep in your pockets. So with self-publishing, it does not really cost much, because you write, you compile the whole thing, and then you get it edited, and then you approach a printer. There's like printing and binding companies, you approach them, and then you get your work, and then you can work on marketing it yourself.
Yeah. And also, when you were brainstorming, Okanye, when you were jotting down those two books, did you get any sort of help, especially with being mentored as to how do you write a book and also how do you structure it?
Okay. So with the first book, since I was in high school, I really didn't know anything. So I was very clueless. I approached a guy from Deepsloot. His name is Sepora Mudisa, because I knew that he was a writer, but he was publishing online. So he's the one who assisted me and gave me so much needed information, especially about self-publishing. And then I published it. I published the first edition, actually. And then I got it sold, especially at school. And then my English, actually, she wasn't teaching me English. She was my class teacher, but she taught English because at school I did English home language. And then she was teaching English first additional language. So she approached me and then said that I've noticed some mistakes. Can I please edit for you? So from her copy, like, she underlined the mistakes, all the mistakes that I've made. Because even taking the book, or rather the manuscript, to a professional editor, it costs a lot. So she did that for me for free. Her name is Miss Makari. I'll forever be grateful
Miss
for her.
Makari, you are the boss.
You are the girl.
Baby girl, you are the boss.
So yeah,
and
she's the one who got it done for me. But the second book, everything, Itumeleng, writer, Itumeleng, editor, Itumeleng, just my name everywhere.
highlights. And also, Itu, because you have these two projects, what would, in response from the public, how has it been about your books? Are people buying it? Because if they're not buying it, we're going to tell them to buy it.
Tell them.
People.
Tell them.
The Hangout team and bam, please make sure that you guys are getting Still Here and also Travel in Deepsloot by Itumeleng Lebese.
Right.
And also, with your books, are they online? Because now everything is mostly digitalized. Do you have those, or is it hard copies?
So they are only available in hard copies, because even getting them online, it is quite costly. It is also like a long process. What I don't want to do is to maybe make copies and then have people coming to me, oh, can I please buy in a PDF form? And then the next thing is being spread all over.
Yeah, share.
Yeah, so that is the one thing I don't really want. Like, you can do that when I'm up there. Right now, I'm still trying to build something of myself. So I really need every cent of the copy.
And also, how much are each books?
So Still Here is 200 rand, and then Travel in Deepsloot goes for 150 rand.
Very affordable, guys.
Very affordable.
Very affordable. And also, how can people get hold of you if they want those books?
So the books are not in the bookshops as yet. So you can get in touch with me on social media. On Facebook, it's Itu_Lebese. On Instagram, it's Itu_Lebese. And then on email, you can also send me an email. It's itumeleng5@gmail.com.
Sisi, I wanted to, but when we come back, you'll have to teach me. You'll have to teach me. But when we're coming back, I'm definitely going to be speaking Sesotho.
Sepedi.
Sepedi. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, beautiful people at home, we are halfway through to the show. And if you only just joined us now, Ubupi. But what's happening, we are still hanging out with Itumeleng. And also, guys, we would like to apologize for the technical difficulties that we experienced earlier on onto the show. But we are still hanging out with Itu. So Itu, as I've mentioned earlier on to our viewers, that you are someone who's an all-rounder. You do everything.
Yeah,
you tap
I'm
here and there.
Jack of all trades.
Yes. So I want us to talk about you being in the communication department and also doing PR, right? So how do you discover that?
Oh, that is a very long story. But To make it short, I wanted to do film and television originally. So I was accepted at a certain school in Johannesburg for film and TV, but then I did not have any bursary. So I basically had to pay my own fees and all that. But then weeks later, when I was still at that school, I received a confirmation SMS from Nelson Mandela University to study public relations. And then, it took me some time to actually like process it all, because public relations wasn't even my first, like it wasn't my first option.
Yeah.
So it took me some time to process it all. But after some time, I made a research about it and I actually realized that this could work. If it doesn't work, we are gonna make it work. So then I came to PE and then to study PR. And the more I was studying in PR, I also learned a lot about it, that you can actually be in any industry with PR. So that is how I discovered it.
Okay, it's a different. And also, when it comes to being someone who's done PR, how would you say it has helped you with regarding you being an author?
Sure. It is not a difficult question, hey? I think, so in PR, right, like it teaches us a lot about communication, especially communication with the masses, like public, like communication with people outside, or it can also be like internal communication. They also taught us a lot of writing and marketing. So I think it came in handy, especially for my second book, Still Here, because I started writing it in my second year. And then with all the knowledge I got from PR as a course, then I applied on my book. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah. And also, regarding your PR, what would you say has been, or what is something that a young Itumeleng from home wants to do? What advice basically can you give them? So that's looking for advice that you can give to a young one at home.
So to a young one at home, I would say, don't think too much about it. Don't think too much about it. If you don't think it's gonna work, you will have to make it work. If it's not gonna work for you, then you will have to make it work for you. So whatever resources that you have, you may not even have all the resources, hey, just start with whatever that you have. So that is the advice I would like to give to younger people, or rather my younger self.
Yeah, and also because of when Zendo's needs that people don't really see, how are you possible to do these things? How do you juggle from being a PR person to being an author to being having to be in your creative state and also writing these poems, and how do you juggle those?
So with being in a creative space, I feel like art is not a hobby, or rather it is not it's not something I would say, oh no, it takes up a lot of my time, or I have to do art. I feel like art is in me. Like art is who I am. So I can't give you a straight answer like, oh no, on Tuesdays I write and then on Mondays I focus on studies, because I feel like writing is just part of who I am. And the poems, the performing, that's just who I am. It's like it is in me. Like when I am writing, it's me being myself. So I juggle very well because writing is just who I am.
A true jack of all trades has spoken. And also, Itu, coming to these two projects.
Yes.
I know these are both your babies. And the question that I'm going to ask right now, it's going to cause some sort of conflict. Yoba, which one is your favorite between these two?
I was thinking in my head, like, don't do this.
Unfortunately, I've done it.
Don't do this. Don't do that.
One?
Oh my gosh.
Left or right?
I never had anyone asking me that question.
Yeah. So which one?
Whew. I'm going to say Trouble in Deep Sloot.
Yes.
But I also want to say Still Here. Okay, let's go with Trouble in Deep Sloot. Trouble in Deep Sloot.
And also, why?
So the reason it's my favorite is because that is my very first baby. Oh my gosh. When I wrote that, like it just started with an idea when I was in high school that, you know what, I can write a book. I want to write a book. and then I can write a book. So it also came with a lot of self-conflict, like fighting with myself that can I do this, can I not? Oh my gosh, I'm too young, let me wait, maybe let me wait till I finish school to do that. But I pushed myself and then I encouraged myself and it worked out. So that had to be my favorite because I feel like if this wasn't born, this one was not going to be born. So yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
so
go
it really, with this one, it really took courage, hey?
It
and
did.
Also, you went in blinded and just, you're like, you know what, we're doing this.
It did. It honestly
and
did.
Also, which one do you prefer, writing or PR?
Huh?
If you people want to know. So which one?
Ooh, I hope my lecturers and colleagues are not watching.
I'm judge.
Don't judge me.
Judge,
I'm gonna say writing.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's
writing.
where your first love is at.
Yeah. But okay, writing. Let's go with writing.
And also, Itu, when it comes to the genre of your books, I know this one is poetry. And then with this one, what would you say the genre is?
So this one is a novel. I should say it covers a reality. Like even though that is not a true original story, it is just a story that I came up with, but it is still reality for other people. So it's basically a story about a little girl who grew up in a township, so in Diepsloot, basically. So Diepsloot is a township that I come from. When you search Diepsloot on the internet, you will see the many things that come out from there, like each and every week. My grandfather used to buy like newspapers every day. My grandfather would come with a newspaper at home. So when you read the newspaper, Diepsloot is there, it's bad things about Diepsloot. So I wrote about Diepsloot as someone who stayed in Diepsloot, as someone who have experienced those things. So it's like I am telling the story not on a journalist's point of view, because people are writing from their own points of view. Or let's say, for example, when there's a strike in Diepsloot, journalists are going to be there because there is a strike. But then before the strike, something happened for the strike to happen. So yeah, basically that story of a little girl growing up in Diepsloot.
And also, Itu, when you put out the idea that, Mama, I want to actually write a book, what was her response?
I didn't tell her I want to write a book.
Itu? How did it happen then?
I didn't tell her I want to write a book. I think with me, honestly, I don't really announce the ideas that I have. Because now if I tell someone that, you know what, I want to do this, and then the next thing, I'm not doing it. Because also with the first book, actually, like I couldn't go and say, Mama, I want to write a book. Like, no, I couldn't do that. So I just showed the results. Mama, I wrote a book. Here's the book, come see.
And what was her reaction? Because in Black families, you just can't write a book. You must either be a doctor, a police, whatever, and a nurse.
I would say it was a mixture of pride and joy, and obviously like all the mixed emotions. But my family knows that I'm an artist and they support the fact that I'm an artist. I don't think I could make a good doctor.
No.
Not even a policeman. Like, I can't.
So it was not much of a shock at home.
So it wasn't really much of a shock. And they also knew that I am a writer. I love writing.
Oh, well, thank you, Miss Lebese, for being on the Hangout. But right now, we have to unfortunately let you go and be the artist that you are. And also, we hope that you are going to bring more other work with you, and also something is going to come in the future. Or do you want to share with our viewers at home as to what is it that you have?
I just saw a comment, right?
A comment.
Like, there's a screen right there in front of us, and I'm seeing a comment from someone. It says, I'm watching from Cosmo City, and I want to see Traveling Diepsloot as a movie. And then I'm like, okay, that is something. You're onto something.
You see, and also...
Like,
it's big. It's big. And also, shout out to whoever you are. Thank you so much for interacting with us and also making sure that you guys are engaging. But when we're coming back, we are definitely going to be still sitting with another incredible and also someone that you guys need to look out for. But let us go and pay our bills, and then when we come back, we are still on the Hangout with Ozintle. And yes, let's go and pay our bills. Can you guys hear him? Okay, keep going.
So I'm Giovanni Hector. I come from the northern areas.
Okay,
and
cool. That's fine.
Okay.
We're still on the Hangout. We're still hanging out right here on Pumakope TV, channel T60. And right now onto this part of the show. What we're doing is we are talking to a very young man who is doing exceptionally well in his career. And also, he's just going to tell us what has he been cooking, and also what is he busy with right here on the Hangout. But let's first welcome him. Welcome, Giovanni. How are you?
Hi, I'm good, thanks, and you?
I'm definitely fantastic. So, firstly, can you please tell our viewers at home who you are and what is it that you do?
I'm Giovanni Hector, and I'm a passionate rugby player and a dedicated person on and off the field. And I'm currently in grade 12 matric this year.
And also, I heard that you are someone who plays rugby. Are you playing for a school, for a team? Which team is that?
I play for World School Volmaanstad, and this year I represented the under-19 Leopard team.
And also talking about representation, I had by my producers that you are actually going Orkant. Tell us about that.
So yeah, earlier this year, we played in Mosselway at the AJ Sport Week, and I got selected for the AJ Sport Week tour to Italy and France, and I'm fortunate to be selected by talented scouts.
And also, for you to be chosen, how much work did you have to put in?
Yeah, a lot of hard work and sacrifices I made.
Yeah. And also with your coach, how is it going? How is he taking it? Or are you being coached by someone very close to you?
Yeah, I'm being coached by someone very close to me. I stay in a hostel, so we see each other a lot. Yeah.
And also, have you ever gotten such an opportunity? Like, are you excited? Is this your first time?
Yeah, I'm excited. It's my first time going overseas. So yeah, I'm very excited. Can't wait to experience this.
So if I could ask, what are your expectations for this course, or let's say for this tour?
Yo, I really don't know what this, but yeah, I'm just looking out for it. For the opportunity I can get in there overseas. I don't know who's watching me there, so there might be a professional contact I can get. So yeah.
And also, for someone at home who doesn't really get it or understand where exactly you're going, where are you exactly going so that you don't get lost? We put a tag onto you. Where are you going exactly?
I'm going to Italy and France. So we're playing one game in Italy, one in France, and coming back to Italy, another one. Then I come home.
So also, the journey of you going there, how has it been? What are the challenges that you're experiencing along?
The challenges is a lot of sacrifices and hard work.
And also, I believe that you are still in school, right?
Yes, I'm doing my matric, yes.
Metric.
Yeah.
How are you juggling between these two? How are you planning to juggle between these two?
Yeah, my parents is very strict on academically.
Yes.
And if I don't perform well in my academics, they will take my rugby away. But it teach me a lot of time management and how to balance it between. So yeah, I'm making a lot of time in my schoolwork and my training and matches.
So, is rugby your main focus in life? And also, if there's something else, what are those goals that you also want to achieve while you are doing this rugby?
If rugby don't work out to me, teaching, I want to do teaching, then coaching rugby after that. I want to stay in the rugby system.
In the rugby,
Yeah.
So, do you also want to go and represent us as the Springboks?
Yes, biggest team, yes.
Ne? And Giovanno, so with your school, what has been the reception, or let's say the response of them when they heard that you're going overseas to go and represent?
They were shocked because it's my first year at the school.
Oh.
So yeah, they are really proud of me and they do a lot for me. Yes.
And also, when we're looking at the rugby scene, who is someone that you fully look up to, or someone that inspires you to work harder?
Sia Kolisi.
Is it?
I look up to him, yes,
Vanessa Sweet. Yeah.
because he come from Port Elizabeth, Eastern Cape. All his hard work. Yeah, he couldn't speak English or Afrikaans, and he learned how to speak it as a guy. Yeah, I look up to him. Yes.
So, what keeps you going, and also for you to stay motivated?
My family.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's lovely, so sweet. And also for you to prepare, when you're preparing for a game, what does it take for you? Spiritually, mentally?
Just to stay calm before game time, and yeah, not to just how can I say, realizing what I will do on the field, like timing what I will do on the field, seeing before the time what I will go do on the field, just to stay calm. Yes.
And also for a young Giovanna at your school who is a junior, what advice would you give them for them to be here as well?
Hard work and to never give up on the dreams. Yeah.
And also because I believe that you are going overseas, and when it comes to finances of you being able to travel in between these two countries that you were talking about, I'm sure you do need as much support and assistance. How can people get to lend a hand onto that?
People can like contribute sponsorships, and they can, for more information, they can contact the number 073 415 6813. That is my dad's phone number, Jerry Hector, and yeah, you can just contact him.
Contact them. And also, lastly, I also want to know from you as to the community that you're coming from. How have they received the news that you're actually going to represent overseas?
It was recently in the newspaper, the Health or something like that. Yeah, so they saw over there and on the social media platforms.
They were like,
Yeah.
hi, Javan, hey bro, I've seen you. And also, lastly, with this trip that you're taking, do you have any sort of fears that you like, ish, something like this might happen and also in that?
No,
Not really.
no fears, yeah.
Island. So this is a man who is basically very strong and also who's very ready. You're very ready basically for this, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and also please make sure that you guys at home support him, and also make sure that you guys do donate for his trips. It could be suitcases, it could be sweaters, could be jerseys, it could be money as well, so that his trip can also go accordingly and also it can be smooth, because it's just basically going to represent the whole of South Africa, not just the Eastern Cape,
Yeah,
not
the
just your school,
school.
but the whole of South Africa is going to be represented by Giovanni Hector on the global stages, basically.
Yes.
Are you excited about the games?
Yes, I'm very excited.
Ne?
Yes.
Do you have any sort of tricks that you have up your sleeves?
Yes.
You want to tell us?
No.
Unfortunately, and also we